Somebody will come out and put out something, and you people will start flying down narrative. The next thing, people start dragging Alex's biological mother. You could say the mama abandoned them when they small. Whereas una no know what really happened. So please, you want to hype anybody, you want to hype the stepmom in peace. But what I don't want you all is to bring out that nonsense narrative that the mother did, cheated on the father, and that was why they left. No. I'm not going to take that. Nobody was there. The father threw the mother out of the house.
Every story has two sides, and the Alex Ekubo story has been dominated by one side for weeks. The stepmother side, the Nollywood side, the side that managed his illness, managed his burial, managed his narrative, and has said nothing publicly, while the biological family asked questions and received insults. But now a woman has stepped forward who knows the other side personally, intimately, from the beginning. A woman who went personally to the father, who went personally to the stepmother, who went personally to family members, trying to bridge a gap that had been manufactured before Alex Ekubo was old enough to understand what was being done to him. She is the sister of Alex Ekubo's biological mother, and what she has just revealed has changed the entire foundation of this story. Stay till the end. Subscribe to Gismama NG and subscribe to our sister channel, Nollywood Exposed. The link is in the comment section, where this story goes even deeper. Before we get into what she said, let Gismama address the narrative that has been circulating online about why Alex Ekubo's biological mother left his marriage. Because this narrative is the one that this woman came forward specifically to destroy. The narrative being pushed in some corners of Nigerian social media is that Alex Ekubo's biological mother left the marriage because of infidelity, that she cheated, that she was caught, and that her departure from the family was the consequence of her own actions. This narrative has been used to explain why Alex grew up distant from his biological mother, to explain why he was closer to his stepmother, to explain why the biological family was excluded from everything surrounding his death. The biological mother's sister has looked at that narrative and said no. No. She said it with exactly that energy, and then she told the real story. She said nobody was there. The father threw the mother out of the house. He brought in this woman, the stepmother, and cut off every relationship that Alex, Chioma, and their brother had with their biological mother. The mother fought tooth and nail. She tried to take her children with her. The father refused. Let that land. The biological mother did not abandon her children. She tried to take them. She fought to take them, and a wealthy, powerful man used his resources and his position to block every single route she had to reach her children. She compared it directly to Regina Daniels and Ned Nwoko. When a wealthy, powerful man controls the home, a woman trying to live with her children faces walls that ordinary people cannot imagine. She said the father was a wealthy man at that time, and they blocked every way that woman would take her children with her. She left heartbroken, and that was how she went to start a new life. She did not leave because she stopped loving her children. She left because she had no other choice. And she built a new life not because she moved on from them, but because the door back to them had been sealed by a man with the power to seal it.
Somebody will come out and put out something, and you people will start flying down narrative. The next thing, people start dragging Alex's biological mother. You could say the mama abandoned them when they small. Whereas una no know what really happened. So please, you want to hype anybody, you want to hype the stepmom in peace. But what I don't want you all is to bring out that nonsense narrative that the mother did, cheated on the father, and that was why they left. No. I'm not going to take that. Nobody was there. The father threw the mother out of the house, brought in this woman, and cut off every relationship with Alex, the younger sister, and the brother from the biological mother. The mother fought tooth and nail. She tried to take her children along with her, but the father refused. And you know what? Alex's father was a wealthy man at that time. It's just like, for example, Regina Daniels and Ned Woko. Now when Regina don't come out for the house, she don't come out with the children. Because Ned they use in power and everything. Do you understand? It's not easy. That was what Alex's biological mother went through at that time. So they blocked every way that woman would take her children with her. She left heartbroken, and that was how she went to start up a new life. Yes. So please, it was Alex growing up. That was how, I don't know what they fed him with, and he didn't want to have anything to do with his biological mother. They fed him with different stories. Say a small boy now what's the father, now what's the stepmother, or what's the family members tell him, now he go here. Well, now you know he choose to hear that one. But the issue is, I go and ask why that the younger sister, they agree with them from the beginning. When she grew up, she wasn't staying with them. She didn't relate to them. So please, nobody should come and drag Alex
Now here is where the story enters the dimension that the biological mother's sister is most passionate about. What happened to young Alex Ekubo inside that house after his biological mother was removed from it? She said, it was Alex growing up that was her. She means the stepmother. And she said, I don't know what they fed him with, but he didn't want to have anything to do with his biological mother. They fed him. That phrase is important. A child who is fed stories about a parent they cannot see and cannot verify for themselves has no defense against those stories. Alex Ekubo was a small boy when his biological mother was removed from his life. Whatever version of events he was given, whatever reasons he was told, whatever image of his biological mother was constructed for him inside that house, that was the only version he had access to. The biological mother was not there to give her own account. She had been blocked. And so the story that was told about her in her absence became the story Alex grew up believing. And the biological mother's sister went further. She said she personally intervened. She went to the father. She went to the stepmother. She went to family members. She made the effort repeatedly to try and reconnect these children with their biological mother. And the outcome was that Alex chose to hear the version he had been raised on. But she asked a question that Nigeria has not properly answered yet. She said, I go and ask, why did the younger sister not agree with them from the beginning? When she grew up, she was not staying with them. She did not relate to them. This is a reference to Chioma, and the observation is significant. Even Chioma, who grew up in the same house with Alex under the same influence, maintained some degree of distance from the stepmother's side, which suggests that the two siblings processed what they were told differently. That Chioma perhaps held on to something that Alex let go of, or that Chioma was fed a slightly different version, or that the influence that worked on Alex did not work as completely on Chioma. And now it is Chioma who is posting, my brother, this was not the plan. How did you do this to me? Please come back to me. It is Chioma who is crying the loudest because she is the one who always knew on some level that something was not right. Now the biological mother's sister issued a warning that every Nigerian following this story needs to hear. She said, nobody should come and drag Alex Ekubo's biological mother at all. Praise who you want to praise in peace. Leave Alex Ekubo's mother alone. Because the day that woman comes out and talks, if she chooses to, what she says will change everything.
The day she comes out and talks, if she chooses to. Those 6 words are the most important words in this entire video. Because they mean one thing clearly. The biological mother has not yet said everything she knows. What Ebi Sweden shared was given with permission. What the sister shared today was a defense against false narratives. But the biological mother's full account, the account of a woman who watched her children grow up without her from the outside of a door that was sealed against her, has not been told yet. And when it is told, this story will enter a dimension that Nigeria is not prepared for. Now, Gist Mama also wants to address Alex Ekubo himself in this context, because understanding what was done to him as a child is essential to understanding the man he became. Alex Ekubo was not a bad son. He was not a cold person. He was not someone who chose to hurt his biological mother deliberately as a grown man who understood the full picture. He was a child who was fed stories, who grew up in an environment shaped by people who controlled what he knew and what he believed about the woman who gave birth to him. By the time he was old enough to think independently, the foundation had already been laid. The distance had already become normal. The absence of his biological mother had already become simply the way things were. And then, according to Ebi Sweden, who spoke with the biological mother's permission, Alex was trying to reconnect before cancer arrived. He was waking up. He was finding his way back. The lies were losing their grip, and the illness came before the journey could be completed. A son who was deceived before he was old enough to know he was being deceived, who spent his whole life at a distance from his biological mother because of stories he was given as a small boy, who started walking back toward the truth and ran out of time. Before we close, 3 quick questions. Number 1, the biological mother's sister says the father threw the biological mother out, blocked her from taking her children, and used his wealth and power to prevent her from reaching them. Alex was then fed stories about his mother that made him want nothing to do with her. If this account is true, who is most responsible for the estrangement between Alex Ekubo and his biological mother? The father, the stepmother, or both? Number 2, she went personally to the father, to the stepmother, and to family members trying to reconnect Alex with his biological mother. And the result was that Alex chose to believe what he had been raised on. Do you think Alex Ekubo, as a grown adult, had a responsibility to seek out the full truth about his biological mother? Or do you believe that what is done to a child is too deeply rooted to be undone simply by growing up? Number 3, the biological mother's sister warned Nigeria, the day she comes out to talk, if she chooses to, everything will change. Do you think Alex Ekubo's biological mother will eventually speak publicly? And if she does, are you prepared for what she might say? Drop everything in the comments. Gist Mama is reading every single word. A mother who fought to take her children and was blocked by a wealthy, powerful man. A small boy fed stories about the woman who gave birth to him until he wanted nothing to do with her. A woman who built a new life, not because she abandoned her children, but because every route back to them was sealed. And a warning from the sister of that woman: do not drag her, because the day she comes out to talk, if she chooses to, this story will change forever. Alex Ekubo was deceived, not by his own choice, but by the stories he was given before he was old enough to know the difference between truth and a carefully constructed lie. Subscribe to Gist Mama NG. Subscribe to Nollywood Expo, where this story continues. Hit the notification bell on both channels. Share this video. See you in the next one.